What is going on, everybody? Hope everybody once again is having a phenomenal day.
What's good, everyone?
As you guys know, Mr. MoodyTuco is joining me today on our 5th video, and today we're
gonna be ranking every single M4A4 in Counter-Strike.
Yes, sir. So the CS2 beta came out, and we have to kind of get a move on these tier lists for CSGO. So yeah, we're gonna knock out the M4 tier list today. And just quick side note, thank you guys for all the nice messages on the previous videos. Definitely appreciate it. And we're gonna continue making some fire ass content. But let's get straight to it.
All right, first up we have the M4A4 mainframe. So the mainframe is, honestly, the skin's not really anything special. It's just like a computer chip. I mean, I like computers. It looks pretty cool, but it's just a blue skin. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah, it's not. There's not much to be said about this skin, really. I mean, it's got this nice little cool circuit board design, but other than that, it's not really a standout skin by any means.
I mean, I'd just say C tier.
It's a C tier.
It's pretty meh.
Nothing crazy.
Next up, we got the M4A4, the Coalition.
And yeah, this skin right here is a banger of a skin. We've got black on gold, which is always a great colorway. We've got this little like very deep blue highlights on the skin in a couple parts, and I think it's very tasteful. But overall, you can't miss with a black and gold colorway. The design's nice, and overall it's a very like elegant looking skin.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I mean, you can never go wrong with black and gold. It's just a really standard, clean color scheme. Really reminds me of it's a good contrast to the golden coil, which is on the M4A1S. So
sure.
I think it's the kind of neat contrast. I mean, I think the skin looks good. I think it's an A tier.
I'm gonna give it an A tier for sure. This is clean.
Next up, we have the M4A4 Global Offensive. I mean, I guess this is what the Global Offensive part of Counter-Strike Global Offensive means. It's another DDPAT skin kind of mixed in. Actually, not really DDPAT. It's more so like a
it's like a
kind of like flash pattern, like flash paper when you light it on fire and it kind of burns.
Oh, I see that. That's
with like a blue and with the blue and white camouflage.
I see what you're talking about now. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, it looks pretty neat. It's just like I think a purple skin. So
I find it pretty tasteful. I know this is definitely one of those like either like it or love it, or hate it or love it, but I think this skin is dope. Honestly, I like the colorway, and I think when you actually just hold it while playing, it's kind of cool with these like almost electric fire looking like yellow outlines. Oh
yeah, I mean,
I'll give it a B tier.
I think a B tier skin is pretty nice.
Absolutely.
Next up, the M4A4 Dragon King.
This skin is sick, especially what is this, a $20 pink, $30 pink? This skin is insane, honestly. If you like, the dragon look, or you have a dragon like inventory, this fits perfectly. If you have a red and blue inventory, this fits perfectly. We've got a very nice like dragon, stylistic drawing. The colorway's sick. Just overall, the skin is wonderful, and when you hold it out like just idly, it just looks incredible. I am a huge fan.
Yeah, I mean, this skin is absolutely beautiful. It reminds me of the Onitaiji color scheme. It has a really sick dragon on the front. I mean, honestly, like you said, it's very underpriced.
Yeah.
Not overpriced. It's very underpriced. It's very good for the price, and I think you can't really ask for much more. I mean, hey, it's got a nice look. It's very good price.
I want to put it in A. I think it deserves
I'm gonna say A tier. Absolutely,
it's a phenomenal looking skin, and that's cheap for the most part.
Next up, the M4A4 Cybersecurity. I mean, this skin is really cool. It has a really like interesting cyberpunk look with the color scheme and the Japanese font. I believe that's Japanese. And it could be Chinese. I'm not really quite sure.
One of the two.
One of the two. The color scheme is really cool. It has this really nice like stippled rear on the buttstock, and it just looks super sleek, super nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the color scheme. It definitely reminds me of Cyberpunk, like the game. It's a sleek skin. There's not too much to discuss about it. Honestly, it's just a good looking skin. I don't know. I'm torn between A and B because it's a great looking skin, but like
I think it could go top of B tier for right now. We can maybe move it up depending on what type of skins get in there.
Agreed.
Next up, the M4A4 Polymag.
I mean, okay, the coolest part about this skin is that it's got this see-through mag where you can see the bullets. I think that's a super nice touch. But other than that, this is really what we like to call OEM plus. This is an OEM plus M4 that just has a really cool mag. Overall the skin's pleasant, nothing crazy about it, but it's got a cool part of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you like a tactical operator type skin, this is no doubt a good choice. I mean, it legitimately looks like the stock M4 from COD Modern Warfare 2019. So they literally put up a picture. It's the same gun.
Yep, exactly.
It's not much to say.
C tier. Above the
Yeah, definitely better than that one.
definitely, yeah.
The mainframe.
Yep.
Next up, we have the M4A4 Desolate Space. This skin is badass. This astronaut with his crazy like electrical pulse going through his head. He's like a skeleton. Crazy ass missile going off in the front. The colorway is really cool. These deep blues and purple cyan colors are really nice. Overall, this skin is really cheap too, and it's honestly, I would say it's a good price. It's a good price for what it looks like.
In my opinion, this is like top 10 in the entire game best budget skins. Like the
Easily.
artwork is incredible. It's a clean, well-designed skin. We've got sick artwork. There's like, I'm pretty sure, by the way, that this skin is altered in the Chinese version of the game, which is kind of a little cool, Easter egg about this skin.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the like repulsor laser beam hitting the skeleton. We've got a rocket up front. Overall, the skin is wonderful.
Honestly, I really like this skin.
I'm gonna give it an A.
I'm gonna give it A tier for sure.
It's such a great design, and I'm gonna put it. I would say the Dragon King and Desolate Space are interchangeable.
Absolutely, yeah. You could definitely say they're both pretty good for the price. Next up, the M4A4 Evil Daimyo. This skin is another cyberpunk looking skin. You have this cool Gundam helmet on the side and this red and black color scheme, kind of alert color scheme. It's super clean, and I mean, if you like minimalistic red and black, if you're doing like a red and black loadout, first off, you have a lot of great choices, and this is one of them. I mean, hey, it looks super clean, and for the price, it's like $3 or $4. Like, it's just really worth it.
This thing is sick. If you don't want too much artwork, you don't want anything over the top, you want a red and black M4. It's got some little samurai markings on it, pretty dope, and overall just a very clean, nice M4 with red and black accents. I'm feeling
Yeah, I mean, I say B tier, definitely above the Global Offensive
for sure.
Next up, M4A4 Poseidon.
And I am a huge fan of this. This is like one of my favorite skins for multiple reasons. One, we got Poseidon fighting off eels. I mean, the artwork itself is so cool. And this also came from the Gods and Monsters collection, which is my personal favorite collection. So this gets bonus points for that. But I mean, the artwork is unique. This came out in like the earlier stages of CS. So this was like, I feel like a bit ahead of its time, other than, the Howl. But I love the color scheme. The artwork is cool. It's stylized. Lots of little details on it. The eels look great. And I always appreciate this skin if I ever see it in game.
Yeah, I actually have not looked at the skin much, but I took a look at it before we started filming, and I think the skin is super nice, especially because the God and Monsters collection. You bring up a really good point. It was ahead of its time. It's definitely one of the first like modern kind of CSGO skins for like the rifles. You know what I'm saying? Like a more updated type of just advanced art.
Right.
It looks really good. And I mean, hey, nice blue skin. Can never say bad about that. I think this is an S tier, honestly.
It's either top of A tier or S tier, but honestly,
I'm
feeling S tier.
There are going to be that many crazy skins, and I would say this one's way ahead of, besides a few. We can obviously readjust it, but I think
it deserves S. Honestly, looking at the entire list, I think this is one of the few that are stand out, and yeah, it should go in S.
Next up, the M4A4 Griffin. This skin apparently I was looking at it, and this looks way different than I remember. It's because the art for this skin was stolen, and so they had to change it for DMCA reasons, which, believe it or not, the M4A4 has a lot of controversy with that, and you'll see later. Of course, if you know, you know, honestly. And it looks cool. There's an eagle on it. It's black. It looks like they just painted an eagle on the side of a stock M4. I don't like how the wing is not visible on the handguard, and it's actually like in the actual barrel of the gun that you can't see. The shroud is covering it, so I mean, it's all right, honestly.
Yeah, not much else to be said. I mean, it's an alright skin. It's just got a nice little decal. It's not a standout drawing by any means, and The rest of the skin isn't anything too crazy. Honestly, I'm feeling a B or C for this. What are we thinking?
I want to say
I think
maybe C tier for
I was
this one,
feeling C tier
honestly.
because I would run any of the ones in
Yeah.
B tier over this one.
Yeah. Next up, the M4A4 Hellfire.
This one's interesting. So it's got this like almost chibi like art, with the little like skulls, the little the devil. We've got I think it's got like spelling on it. I'm not sure what it's trying to spell, but I like that look. It's got fire. Honestly, it's a cool stylistic red M4, and you can't really ask for much. If you like this sort of like I said, chibi style look to a M4, I think this is your go-to. But I won't say this is an insanely good skin.
This skin's kind of throwing me in a twist. I don't really know how to feel about it. I like the style. It's very stylized, very stylish, like unique, like I said, chibi, kind of crude look, but also at the same time, I think it looks really crude. It looks nice, and the color scheme is really cool, but it looks like it just looks a little wonky.
I'm thinking I'm torn on this one. I'm B or C, maybe bottom of B tier, maybe.
I say bottom of B
Bottom
tier.
of B tier is probably the good placement for it.
Next up, the M4A4 Desert Storm. As if the name couldn't get any more on the nose about what it's about. This is the Afghanistan skin. It's like literally just a crude camo. It's beige.
Now that I look at it, I'm not even honestly a fan. What are these like little weird like random white blobs on it?
Like the stones, I think.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, this ain't it,
I
man.
don't-
This is not it.
it's
This
not-
is a
it's
D
just C.
tier.
It's a D tier skin.
I know everything in C tier
No,
does look better than this by a mile.
You're right. Next up, the M4A4 Radiation Hazard.
Yeah, so this is from, I believe, the new collection, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is.
Like all of these skins have this like radiation look to them. I think this suits the M4 pretty well. We've got a nice little like radiation symbol on the middle with like these like caution stippled like look to the mag and the barrel and the back of the gun. I think this is pretty nice. It's a bit on the like more disorganized and tacky looking M4, and that's what it's going for, and I like it.
I mean, it looks like it's a irradiated gun. I can't really say much else than that. Has the radiation sign and the like caution tape look, but other than that, it's not like anything super crazy, but it's not bad either. I like it.
B tier.
B tier, definitely.
B tier.
Above, I would say above the
that one.
Hellfire, and probably honestly above the Global
this-
Offensive. Yeah. Okay. Let's see
for
what's up.
sure.
Next up, the M4A4 Neo-noir. The Neo-noir is a very unique looking skin collection. Obviously, there are multiple Neo-noirs. You have the OP, the USPS, the M4A4, and I think the AK doesn't have one. I don't think actually.
It does
Just those two. I got too carried away. Regardless, this is a really unique version of the Neo-noir. The lady is armed and ready to be in combat. You know, she smoked a cig, and she also has a whole katana on her back. So it's like some Kill Bill sort of, Hotline Miami type colors. I mean, hey, it's nice. I like the Neo-noir collection. I've always liked them. This looks really good.
Agreed. I think this skin looks fire. Got nice colors, the signature Neo-noir look. I think this is one of the best Neo-noirs out of the three.
I agree.
The price is super attractive on the skin. It's like on budget side of things, and you get an incredible artwork. Overall, you can't go wrong with this skin, and I would highly recommend you guys check this out if you plan on buying a more budget friendly M4. With that being said, I think this is an A tier.
A tier skin,
with
definitely.
the budget, the looks, the colorway, everything about it is very attractive, and this definitely deserves an A tier for sure.
I think above the Desolate Space. Yeah.
For sure, it's a phenomenal skin.
Next up, the M4A4 Tooth Fairy.
Okay, so the Tooth Fairy is an interesting one, we've got a really cool drawing. I don't know what the whole like Tooth Fairy, why they decided to go with the tooth theme. We've got teeth like all on the barrel of the gun, and like we've got this mag that resembles something like a fever dream, the op. It's a very large mix-up of a lot of skins in my opinion. I think the color scheme's nice, but it's not like a standout skin. Like I wouldn't notice it when somebody's playing with it, It just looks like a lower tier skin, like a blue or a purple. That's what it looks like to me.
Unfortunately, it gets locked in the blue and purple domain solely from the the gun just looks kind of crusty, and when the gun looks kind of crusty in the skin, you generally won't get very far with it. Not saying that the skin looks bad, it just looks a little crusty.
A little crusty. This is either a top of C tier or bottom of B.
I think a top of C tier.
I don't know if
it skin personally.
Yeah, I don't know if it should go on B tier, honestly.
Next up, the M4A4 Daybreak. This skin looks really cool, and of course, I mean, it has this very nice sort of traditional, like almost Japanese vibe drawing with these golden clouds, the sun piercing with this rays, and it just looks super clean. Neat skin, part of the collection. I believe that the hydroponic was on.
Hydroponic and the Akihabara, yep.
And the Akihabara accepts, so it's a classic. Like, I love this skin.
This thing is sick. It's pattern based, so what you can get is like the centered sun pattern. As you guys can see here, the sun is like centered in the middle, and that's considered like one of the best patterns for this M4. You can get some really cool crafts with like the Dragon Lore sticker, with like Fnatic stickers. The stylized look, they nailed it on this skin. This really gives off traditional Japanese vibes. The golden clouds, it doesn't overdo it, it's minimalistic, but it looks very nice, and I love this skin. It's so sick.
Big fan of this skin. A tier easily. Next up, M4A4 Asiimov. This is a really nice skin. I think the Asiimov is one of the neater M4s. I think the Asiimov theme has always looked good, so of course it's gonna look good. You don't need to repeat the Asiimov thing. It's copied in other games as well. This skin though, I don't think really good looks as good as the AK to me or the op.
No, it does
but
not. I think this is the worst of the Asiimovs, honestly.
Yeah, I would agree.
But honestly, as an Asiimov, it's nice.
Yeah. It's always gonna be nice because it's an Asiimov.
Right. I'm feeling I don't think it deserves a.
I don't I think it's a B, top of B tier, definitely.
B-tier. I would say it's better than cybersecurity. Yeah. I think cybersecurity should stay in B. Honestly, now that I'm looking at definitely better than this one.
Next up, the M4A4 Desert Strike.
All right, listen, guys. I was about to come in hating because it looks like all the generic, like, trash tier M4 skins, but now that I look at it, this black on this nice tan with these tan accents, this, like, a couple of little white spots around the skin. Low-key, this thing is kind of clean. I'm starting to really like it right now. Honestly, for the tier it is, and for the price, this is kind of clean. Low-key, I'm starting to like this right now.
Yeah, me too. I was literally so like, oh my god, another Operation Desert Storm M4. But then I actually started looking at it, and it's pretty nice. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's super low-key, and it's really, really clean. It's super affordable. It's super affordable red.
Yeah.
I mean, hey. B tier, I think definitely.
Yeah, low B tier, but B tier for sure. I will say it's cleaner than the Tooth Fairy. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Next up, the M4A4 Bullet Rain. This skin is actually cooler than I thought it was gonna look. I've never really looked at this skin that closely, but I gotta say, the cloud looks super cool with these red bullets, and the red bullets accent, of course, the red handguard. And the rear, there's actually a little face in the back of the gun.
Yeah, it's yeah. So there's like this little gremlin in the back that I was just about to talk about.
Gremlin jump scare. The hell?
Yeah, he's just peeking at you in the back. It's kind of cool. It's like the Medusa little effect. But yeah, no, this is a very wild color scheme. Like who does a cyan with a deep red? It's out of like it's definitely out of the ordinary. But I think it looks cool. Once again, we've got another stylized look with the clouds, these lines across the red and the cyan. This is a pretty cool skin, and it's quite unique.
Yep, I agree. I'm not sure I can really say about that. Definitely a B tier skin. I don't think it's
for sure over this one.
I'd read the Hellfire probably more.
Yeah. So these two are pretty close.
They're interchangeable.
Right.
Yeah. Next up, the M4A4 X-Ray.
Okay, so we've got the AK X-Ray and the M4 X-Ray, and this one is significantly better than the AK because this is filled out. There's not random springs that sit by themselves. Now the color scheme is very dull, right? We've got gray on black on tan. It's not very appealing. However, I think the actual design is a lot better than the AK. I like the mag. I like the bullets. I think this is a decent skin. Once again, nothing's too crazy or standoutish, but I'm not gonna hit on it. I think this is decent.
I mean, the X-ray looks way better than the AK X-ray. I'm not a huge fan of the AK X-ray, but this one looks really nice. Has every piece almost consistent with the color scheme. Plus, the colors are just significantly better than the X-ray. This like purple and white looks way better. They do have the most amount of bullets I've ever seen in a gun. Like, that's unreal. They have the biggest magazine. 65 round, 30 round magazine. It's unreal.
However that works.
But this skin looks really cool. The barrel looks really nice. Hey, it looks good. They made it look good. I think it's a B tier skin.
I'm feeling B tier as well. Now we're in B tier. What are we thinking?
I actually kind of like this considerably above Hellfire. I would say above Global Offensive too.
I would say it's interchangeable with Global Offensive, honestly.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, for sure.
These two could be swapped around.
Next up, the M4A4 Magnesium.
And this right here is how you do a nice, sleek. This is one of the sleekest M4s in the game, and I love this thing. It doesn't overdo it. We've got nice carbon fiber on the parts that need carbon fiber. We've got this flame decal on the middle. It's very monochrome, but the monochrome works, because we've got carbon fiber finishes on different parts of the skin. This thing is sleek, and it's honestly a super sleeper pick that I think looks incredible.
This is like a tactical version of like the Hot Rod or like Blaze. It looks super like this has a cool magnesium fire with the carbon fiber, super sleek. The mag has like even cool indentations. This skin is surprisingly, it's extremely cheap, and it's very, very clean for a blue. Exceptional.
I'm tempted to put this in A. I don't think it deserves A. I would love to put it in A. Realistically speaking, somewhere top.
I don't think we can put it. I think it's pretty high.
I would say interchangeable with that Evil Daimyo.
Yeah, I agree. All right, next up, the M4A4 Converter. This skin is, it's just like a wire gauge. It's like the safety net, but a little bit more defined, less blurry. I don't think the skin looks very good at all, in my opinion. The color scheme's nice, but that's about it.
Yeah, not much to be said. I think you're right. Now that I look at it, it's not that appealing. The only highlight of the skin is people like to make the fake, what is it called? The fake Howl craft with this. That's literally about it. It doesn't look too nice, honestly. I'm not too much of a fan. I'm thinking this is a C tier.
This is C tier skin for sure. I would say above the Mainframe, below Polymag.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Next up, the M4A4 Eye of Horus.
This is the latest M4 that has come out, I believe.
Yes.
It's from the Anubis package, and
yes.
I think this is a cool skin. Once again, it was a hit or miss for people when it first came out. I like the gold accents. The bird is nice. The placement of the bird is right in the middle, so you can see both wings on the mag and the handle. Nice little, Egyptian style to it. Cool colorway. I think this skin stands out, and honestly, it looks really nice.
Yeah, I agree. I think this skin looks pretty good. I think the colors all fit. The gold with the white with the green, red, and blue, of course, looks really good. The bird looks sick. I can say people don't like the skin, but I personally like it. It's a good addition to the game.
Do we put it in S tier?
I want to say yes.
Honestly, let's toss it.
It's definitely above anything in A tier from what I'm looking at.
You do make a good point. I think it deserves
well and above
not
better.
as high of a S tier as the Poseidon, but definitely S tier for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that. Next up, the M4A4, the Battlestar. Oof.
It's got a weird color scheme, I will say. Yeah. This olive dark green on the yellow is mid in my opinion. I think the skin looks so much better in CS2. I mentioned it in one of my previous videos, but this color scheme is weird. I like this little, this lab look to it, is what I would call it. Like maybe the bottom of a ship.
It looks like the Sevastopol in Alien Isolation from the outside, like this retro futurist spaceship. But these colors are really drab, and it looks way better in CS2 because it actually has depth.
Right.
I want to say C tier. This skin does not look particularly good in this game.
It's not too hot.
Above Polymag though, for sure.
Yeah. I think this is good.
Next up, the M4A4 Buzzkill.
The Buzzkill is sick. I made a couple crafts with it. that I featured in my videos. I think they turn out really well. I like the yellow on black. It definitely has a buzzkill vibe to it. We've got like, I like how the chamber where the bullet fires from, it has this like cylindrical look to it, like the steel, metal look. We've got different like military force decals on it. It's honestly, it looks cool, and it looks very, I want to say robust, but that's not the word I'm looking for. You get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, this looks cool. I haven't really looked at it that closely, but I might need to pick one up because I mean these look really good with the Omegas. Really, same color scheme. Right. This skin is pretty nice. Has a lot of really cool military-esque decals, but it's futuristic as well. Has this cool like Gatling gun, almost styled like turbine, going from the stock to the handguard. Colors are good. Decals are nice.
Thinking
what are you thinking? I'm thinking B tier for sure. Pretty good.
Somewhere top of B tier.
I say above Evil Daimyo. I would say maybe above cybersecurity.
I would say these are close.
Nah, yeah.
I think cybersecurity is a bit cleaner. It's a bit nicer of a skin.
Next up, the M4A4 Royal Paladin. This skin looks pretty cool. I think it has this really nice bronze and ivory finish look. The pattern painted on the stock and the handguard is really cool. The engravings on the buffer tube look sick, and on the magazine it looks sick. Actually, this skin looks pretty damn nice. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think this actually looks pretty cool. I bet it looks insane in CS2 too.
Yeah. Looking at it now, I haven't really paid attention to this skin, but looking at it now and seeing all the intricate details on it, like you said, this ivory on gold look is sick. Honestly, this skin is very clean. It was well made, well filled out, and does the job of what it's trying to do. I think this is a really nice skin, honestly. This is super clean.
Yeah, I agree.
With that being said, I think it
kind of want to put it in A tier, man.
I low-key do want to put it in A tier. It's quite clean. I
think this is a really nice M4A4. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think
you know what? You know what? Yeah, this is gonna be our one controversial spot, placement. But I think it looks super clean, honestly.
Next up, the M4A4 Spider Lily.
This skin is a banger. I think people need to stop sleeping on this. It's so nice. We've got this sick and you know what this reminds me of? The flowers from Tokyo Ghoul. I'm pretty sure that's the same exact flowers. It's some sort of Japanese flower that's referenced in a lot of pop culture, but on it looks sick. The color scheme is awesome. This red on deep blue, nice design on it. The white handle really adds a nice touch to it, and the metal part, the thing that the stock sits on is gold, which is super cool. Honestly, like I said, this skin is super slept on, and I think it has a really nice drawing on it.
The skin is pretty nice. I think for a purple especially, it has really cool colors. I want to say like the paint is so vibrant that it just contrasts so well. Deep red, almost like a webbed spider look with the blue and the gold. Very, very nice.
I want to
say B tier.
B tier, yeah, somewhere
above
right
Evil
here.
Daimyo, I feel like.
Evil Daimyo. You know what?
I think above the buzzkill
I like
too.
it a little bit more than the buzzkill. I think it's just so nice.
Next up, the M4A4 Red DDPAT. I mean, look, I can't keep saying this enough times. It's a Call of Duty skin. This looks like something you would get for 100 headshots.
Yo, I'm not even gonna say anything. That's it. That's literally it. What is this? A C tier?
The D tier.
C or D tier?
I'm not gonna lie. The red does look pretty good.
The red, just because it's red, we'll toss it in C. It barely scrapes it to C.
Next up, the M4A4 Urban DDPAT. This one you get for getting 50 kills. I'm pretty sure I got this in Battle Bit, like for 50 kills on my gun.
This is so lazy, literally.
It's so lazy.
I mean, no, we're not even gonna like divulge into this. This is a D tier. This is D tier, okay? The red one was C. This one's D. It's just boring. Next
up, the M4A4 in living color.
So here's the M4 that does the super like. This is like not the Vulcan, the Bloodsport of the AKs, or the Fever Dream of the Ops, where it's like super filled out with tons of different drawings. I think I like the little drawings, I like the girl with the mask, the little like it looks like a Doom flying around with fire behind him, like these eyeballs. There's a lot going on this skin. It's chaotic. My only problem is the color scheme. I think the color scheme is so random to the point where it's just hard to concentrate on what you're looking at, honestly. It's a bit distracting in game, but I think all the drawings are really nice.
if you like the sticker bomb look, then you'll definitely love this skin. I do agree with you with the color scheme, though. I think it's actually the really bright greens that are
Green
really
that
like
just
messing up
is-
my perception of the skin. But it
is
has some
in
really
your
cool
face.
drawings, and I bet the craft potential is probably unreal with this skin.
I think this is a B tier.
B tier skin for sure.
Where? No. I think somewhere
Yeah, I think above Magnesium. No,
below evil. No, below Magnesium. Below Magnesium.
Yeah,
Yeah, this should be.
yeah. Next up, the M4A4 Modern Hunter. I mean, this is like the Walmart camo fit of M4A4s. This is like a very American gun. This skin is ass, in my opinion. And it's $300 for a factory new.
Yeah, it's $300.
For a fact new.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. What, bro? $300 for that? I get this is a collection skin, probably, but
It is.
nah, that's crazy, dude. Straight to C tier it goes.
C tier.
Low, mid C tier as well. Oh no,
Honestly,
low
low
C tier.
C
Low
tier.
C tier.
Get the
It's
fuck outta
it's
here.
mid. It's incredibly mid.
Next up, the M4A4 Jungle Tiger.
Okay, so
Call
we've
of Duty
got-
skin.
Yeah, Call of Duty skin, pattern based. At least, you know, they put a little bit more effort into
Little
this one. A
pattern.
little bit. Now, the color scheme still ain't hitting whatsoever. This olive green is not it. It's not busting. I don't know why you
That
picked
brown
this
is
skin.
terrible in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean C tier.
C
I
tier.
Like,
Not super bad. This is like, maybe like two
I'll put it above
Bloodthirsties.
Jungle. I'll put it above.
So yeah, Modern Hunter definitely I agree with that.
Yeah, right
For the
there.
price is better. So yeah.
Right.
Next up, the M4A4 the Emperor.
And finally, going through a bunch of absolutely trash skins, we actually get to something nice. The Emperor, we've got the AK counterpart of the Empress, which is a nice little, you know, connection. We've got a sick decal of the Emperor with his gold staff, the gold rays around him, nice little like gold engravings or etchings on the stock and the barrel. We've got a little bird, phoenix looking bird at the bottom with a crown. The color scheme is royal. It looks, you know, elegant, and it's a beautiful skin all around.
Yeah, no, the skin looks insane. I really haven't looked at it super duper closely. Obviously, I know it looked really good, but this skin is beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I think it's really cool how the blue is for CT and the red is for T side. The Emperor and the Empress.
Him and her
him and her
loadout.
E-dating loadout. This is the literally E-dater loadout right here. Okay.
Now here's the question: does this deserve top of A or bottom of S tier?
Ooh, again, I think because we have a big booming gun coming up, I think we should put it top of A tier,
Top
and
of
we
A
can
tier
see
it
after we
goes.
place that.
Yeah, I
one.
think it deserves top of A tier. Yeah. This is probably it for sure.
Next up, the M4A4 Tornado.
Lazy, super lazy. Two-colored.
Lazy.
This is honestly, I think this deserves an F tier for how lazy.
F
this is.
tier, beige and blue. Shit.
This
looks
is not
like
a
garbage.
skin, bro. The regular one looks better.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, M4A4 Dark Blossom.
Okay, so I was gonna dismiss the skin really quickly because I literally could not see the pattern on the actual like tier list. But now that I look at it, it's got a nice little like the Kami pattern. If y'all get what I'm saying here, the 909. If y'all get my gist here. But I like the pattern a little bit. Once again, it's nothing crazy. It's I'm just trying to give it a little bit of credit, you know. Where like I like the blue and green little pattern, but that it's.
Nah, yeah, I get
I'm
what you
trying
mean.
to help it out a little bit here, you know.
It's definitely better than some of the other ones we've seen. It's just really dark, and I wish it was a little more vibrant. And if it was vibrant, I bet it would look insane.
Facts.
But that being said, I still think it looks pretty solid. I say C tier.
C tier. Bottom C tier.
Yeah,
You know, I'll put it
above
above,
the converter.
You know what? No.
Above the
It-
Modern Hunter. Above
This should be right
the.
here.
Yeah.
Right there. Okay.
All right. Next up, of course, the legendary M4A4 Howl.
The DMCA takedown, the copyright infringement Howl. You know, y'all probably know the backstory. Somebody stole artwork, had to be changed, then they contrabanded the skin. So let's talk about it. This skin is sick. Put all of the contraband stuff aside, the aesthetic of it is incredible. This burning dog is nuts. Nice subtle shades of red and black on the barrel and the stock, but the main artwork in the middle is incredible. Super ahead of its time. I mean, like nothing like on we had like tornadoes and DDPATs on the M4 before this came around. Like, are you kidding me? It was a night and day difference. And nowadays, you know what's really cool is when you pick it up, it glows yellow. The only skin in the game. I find that to be super cool. The contraband rating is insane, and this thing is elegant as hell. Amazing skin.
I mean, hey, there's not much more I can really say besides, of course. I mean, I think people really think it's controversial because of the takedown DMCA stuff, but really, I mean, look what they replaced it with. Even if it was copied, this flaming dog is unreal. And I mean, this is like a pop culture icon skin. This is legendary. There's a reason why it comes back so many times on stickers. Fighting the dragon lore. You know what I'm saying? Like fighting the dragon from the dragon lore.
Yep.
S tier. We ain't got to talk about
This is the best M4 in the game by a mile.
Game.
It's recognizable. One of the most iconic skins in CSGO. And the Howl is absolutely amazing.
Next up, the M4A4 Zirka.
What this thing is, dude.
What even is this, man? This thing looks stupid. It has a star on it, which is kind of cool, but otherwise, like, this skin sucks. Come
wow,
on.
this is hideous. This is actually hideous.
Beige green with a star. Nah.
Hideous. D tier.
E tier. Absolutely. Better.
Right here, I think.
I'd rather have the
it's not
DDPAT.
as-
No, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. This actually is like bad.
Next up, the M4A4 Faded Zebra. This skin is ugly as well. Damn, this is lame.
Bro,
I mean,
the background cannot save it. That's how ugly. We're in an absolutely insane background right now, and this skin still looks like doo-doo cheeks.
this skin is ugly. The only benefit I could see is that you could do a 4x drug warcraft and call it like Faded or something like that. And that's it.
Yeah, but
But
once
that does
again,
not
we got a
redeem
name
it.
debacle. F tier.
And last but not least, we have the M4A4 Temukau. I mean, this skin is super dope. Of course, you know, you could be like, oh, you're just a weeb. You just like anime. Well, you know what, motherfuckers? Anime is mainstream now. I hate to break it to you. So, your girl probably likes anime, and you just don't even want to talk about it. So, listen. Besides that, this skin is so cool. I've heard some rumors about it being a trace skin. I don't know how legitimate that is, but it has this really dope almost like manga look, but kind of like a comic book look, almost more so. That's something you would get in like an old comic book. Got the CT saying hold it. Of course, if you want to do a full weeb craft, you got plenty of weeb stickers to pick from. It's like the Akihabara except part 2.
I did a craft with this skin in my Paris crafts with the Elite Hollow, and it looked incredible. You guys should check out that craft. But overall, the skin is fire. I love it. I think I like we needed that Weeb M4. You know what I mean? It was missing in the game, and they executed
M4
this incredibly. With that being said, this is either a top of B or A tier. Dude,
I think this is A tier.
We put the weeb skin in A.
We put the weeb skin in A
Let's
tier.
go.
They can cope if you don't like anime. It's better than Royal Paladin. Definitely.
Okay, and let me move my camera real quick for the final tier list. And here you go, guys. So here's our final tier list. I think objectively, this tier list, mostly everybody should agree with this. I mean,
yeah.
It's hard to argue with any of these, honestly. These are as objective as it gets. You know, they're like, maybe we put one skin higher.
Royal Paladin might be a little controversial, and maybe the Eye of Horus.
But that's about it. Honestly, this should be a very, like, on the dot tier list. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video once again. We're gonna continue to try and get through all of the gun skins before CS2 launches, because the beta already came out a couple days ago. We've got videos coming out on that. But anyways, hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and hope you guys see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.